My name is Kunal Kumar and I am security consultant at Redfox Security. Today I will show you basically three easy machines from TryHackMe which will introduce you to XSS, SQLi and local file inclusion, in short LFI. So we will first do the Lightroom, which is basically the database application, and we have to basically enumerate the system and find the vulnerabilities. So let me first start my start box, attack box. So we will just read the basic descriptions and what are the room information. So here it is written that it is a light database application, and in text we can see that it says I am working on a database application called Light. Would you like to try it out? If so, application is running on port basically 1337. We call it Lead, and we can connect to the database using netcat. This is the command to connect to the basically application, and it says that we can use the username Smokey in order to get started. Okay, so we have got the basic information how the application is working and how we can interact with it. So let's just wait for to start up the attack box, and I will show you all the second and third machine we will do. So this is one Lightroom, and the second one is, I guess it was sticker shop. And the third one is Lo-Fi, what you say. So these all are the three rooms, one for web database application basically, which will introduce us for SQLi, and the second one is for, and as I remembered, it is for, I guess, XSS, and the third one is for local file inclusion, in short LFI. So our attack box has started. So what we will do, we will just use this command to connect to the application. So we will connect to the database, basically the application, using the provided command using netcat. So we have successfully connected. It asks for enter your username, so we will try entering Smokey as they provided, and after entering the username, the application gives password. So it is the password, but the password I don't see anywhere we can use it. What we can do also, we can run nmap scan and find other ports, but basically as I can see, they already pointed us to like directly interact with the application and find the objective answers. So the objective answers are what is the admin username, what is the password to the username mentioned in question 1. Basically the admin username we found, we have to basically find the password of the admin username, and the last one is the flag. So what we can do, we can try to like generate error to find out it is really SQL or something else. So what we will do, I will type Smokey and I will press small single quotes to check if it is producing any error. So as I can see, it is producing basically a SQL error, which is limit 30, which using SQL. Next, what I can do, I can try to find the server information, like what kind of SQL version is running. So there are plenty of GitHub repo which provide the basically SQLite, not SQLite, basically the SQLi cheat sheet. So we can see here, like there are many query to find out, like which database or which server is basically the which server is running, and we can find the version of it. So we can try the following command or query, like select @version to find out if the server respond with a valid integer. Then we can assure that the following server is running Microsoft or MS SQL. So what we will do, we will try for union injection if it's allow or if it will work. So what we'll do, we will do union select, then type the version, @version, and just put the single quotes to basically close the input field where we are injecting. So here we are specify the single quotes which basically close the first one, and it will move forward. So we have to like close it at last. I will explain this how it's work in few minutes. Just type it. So it's written that there is a word in there I don't like, so it is catching our statements. So what we can do, we can try modifying our query. Just close it. I am using just this for up and down arrow, so I can basically use the previous command using up key. So I will type test, then I will use union as capital U, then select, yes, close it. So it says unrecognized token, so it is not the Microsoft database. We can also do version. So it's also do not work. By the error message, we can understand that our query is running basically without any error. That's why it is returning the message that no such function version. That means our query is working. What we can do, I can also look for SQLite, like SQLite version, to identify if it is running SQLite or not. So it's returned the version number 3.31.1. So we know that now the server is running SQLite. So next we will figure out how we can find the table name basically from the database and then extract the information from it. In SQLi, the normal SQL we use, which is MySQL, there is basically a schema table. From there we extract the table name. I don't remember exactly, but it is something like information.schema in MySQL. So I can also look for SQLite schema. So there is following the alternate name, which is SQLite master, SQLite temp schema, and SQLite temp master. So we can basically try to gather the name from the SQLite master schema. Select name from you can use Google to find out how to extract the table name from the SQLite master. This is the really basic thing for things to enumerate and find your basically solutions. So I will search find table name from SQLite master. So it is says select name from this temp SQLi master where type equal to table. I guess the tag box hang. Just let me open it in new window. So it was select name from SQLite underscore master, and then where type equal to table. I guess there is problem from TryHackMe. That's why attack box is where type equal to table, and we will just put the single quotes to basically interrupt it. So it shows wrong. I guess I have type equal to table. Just put single quotes before table, and it will return the table name. Basically the table name is admin table. So now we know the table name, so basically we can extract the username and the password from the table. So what we will do next, we will just type select, as the task says we have to find the username. So we can assume that the variable will be like for storing the username, it will be username. So select username from table we gathered. Okay, again crash, and we will put the table name admin table. So we found the username from the admin table, which is TryHackMe admin. Just copy it and paste it here. Okay, so it's correct. Next task is to find the password for the username. So we will use the same query, just we will replace it with password. Select password from admin table and press enter. Okay, so it's returned the flag. We are not expecting this, but it returns the flag for the question 3. Okay. So what we can do, we can use where statement to find the password for the TryHackMe admin. Just let me first copy it and paste it. Now we will use where condition, where username equal to TryHackMe admin. So we have found the password for the TryHackMe admin. So this was the task for this room, which is light. That's it for this room. We saw that how we can identify the server version, or how we can identify the server version, and extract the table name, and from the table name we can extract the information like username and password. So let's move to the second machine. Okay, so let's move to the second machine, which is the sticker shop. Okay, first let me terminate this machine. And let me start it. So this room basically says your local sticker shop has finally developed its own web page. They don't have much experience regarding web development, so they decided to develop and host everything on the same computer. So a developer basically develop a website and host everything on the same computer that used for browsing. That computer like the developer used for internet and looking for customer feedback. And the task for this room is to read the flag, which is at this place, basically the machine IP, port 8080 and the flag.txt. We have to read it. It might look simple that we can directly go to the browser and paste it and find the flag, but I guess it is not that simple. So let's wait for the machine. Okay, so I forget to explain this one, like why I am putting the single quotes before the statement. So I will show you here. Like imagine like web application is running the query in behind, like select password from admin table where username equal to, and the username will be like the provided username we are providing here. Basically we are providing the enter your username, so we are providing here username. So what we are doing, we are typing the test and then we are putting the single quotes, and then using the union select username from basically the admin table, and we are if we put enter, if we put enter, then it will basically throw a error for, like in SQLite or SQL we cannot use single quotes only. Okay, so if we see when we use test, then I have put it the single quotes, so it basically completes this statement because this is valid form to specify the username in single quotes, starting single quotes and in single quotes. But if you see here, like at last there is extra single quotes and there is no use of this single quotes. Like like here, if I do not specify a single quotes before the last statement, then it will throw the error. So that's why I specify a single quotes before the last statement. And now you can see our last single quotes complete the full quotes, basically the first quote and the last quote. So that's why I was putting the single quotes before every statement or query. So next we will look for the sticker shop. Our basically the machine has up. Let's copy the URL and we will go to the browser. Okay, so the task was to read the flag, but when we visit the page, it shows unauthorized access. So just remove it and we will land on index page. So here it is like, welcome to the cat sticker shop. Someone from TryHackMe really loves the cat. There is only home page and the one feedback. Okay, so what I can do, I can basically I can check like there is any really injection type attack like HTML injection, XSS. So just type the script alert1, the basic payload for XSS. So what this payload basically do, it will basically try to insert the basically JavaScript into the feedback form, and if the feedback form render in HTML in backend, so our JavaScript code will compile or interpret in the backend and result in XSS in the backend. Just submit it. We will not see any like action because the feedback is going like to the server. So to check like if there is really really there is XSS, we can try to inject a remote. Basically we can inject the remote what we can do, we can host our, I guess it was ENS5, then we will host our Python server. So we will insert our IP in the basically the payload, and if the payload execute in backend, we will get the request in our Python server. So I will provide the IP in the URL form like this, HTTP and the IP, and the port will be, I guess it is 8000, and just then just close the script statement. Just submit it. So if basically the JavaScript code execute in the backend, then we can receive the incoming request. Script source, then HTTP. Just let me try it again, or I can just search for script source. If you have any confusion, you can basically use the Google to find your answer quickly. So my payload is basically my payload is correct. I guess there is some issue, or like there might be other way to do this. Okay, I forget the double quotes. Let's do it again, and we can wait for the incoming request. Okay, so we have successfully got the incoming request from this IP. You can see like 10.10.111.216. so there is basically a cross-site scripting, or we can say that we can inject the JavaScript in this form, and it will execute, compile, or interpret what you say in the background. So what I can do, I can basically write a script which basically fetch this which basically fetch the flag.txt internally, and the script will send the fetched flag to my IP. So, or we can also try a basically a thing like, just let me first start the Bob suit. Like if we try to visit and gather the information of the flag.txt, it shows that we do not have authorization. So we can assume that the server is like basically checking that the request is coming from where. Like if request is coming from remote server, not coming from locally, then it will basically restrict the access for the following file system. So what we can do, we can make a request and basically like insert few headers to pretend that the request is coming from localhost and not coming from the remote server. There are few headers, like we can do like x forwarded for, or we can also use referrer, I guess, to basically trick the server to show the content of the flag.txt. So what I will do, I will just first let me first start intercept on from the Bob suit. Let's just terminate. Just send it to the repeater, and if we send the request, it shows the 401 unauthorized. So what I can do, I can just insert a new header, or call security header, referrer, refer. I forget the spelling. Just let me confirm. Okay, it is referrer. So referrer will be localhost. Okay, so it's not working. Okay, so now we can try. X forwarded for. So this header is also not working. Basically I X forwarded for basically pretend that the request is forwarded from the localhost. What we can do, we can basically move to the previous method to inject the JavaScript and fetch the following URL, this one, locally, and then send the fetched content to our server. So I will use netcat listen on like port 999, and I will instruct in JavaScript in JavaScript for server to load the flag.txt locally and send it to my netcat listener. So we can write like script, then fetch the localhost. The port is, I guess I chose 999 and it is at flag.txt. And then we will manage the response using then. So if response is okay, then it will load the response.txt, either reject the promise.reject, and then we will use store the flag and then create a image source, and the source location will be our basically source location will be our IP. Okay, I forget, it is not 999, it is 8080. Then in this we are specifying our new image source. So image source will be our basically target IP, and then we will concat the flag. So what basically this script will do, it will fetch the flag locally and then check for the condition. If response is okay, then it will store the response in the text format. If not, then our request will be rejected, and then second then will be come up, and it will basically create a image source, basically object, and it will basically store the image source location to our attacker IP, and we will also concat the flag which we store here. So I guess this should work. Just save it, and we have successfully got our flag. Okay, so that was the correct flag. If you really have any question regarding this, you can drop the comment. I will explain you. I hope you understand this. If not, you can put a comment, and I will later basically reply to your comment. So let's move to the next room. The next room is which is LFI, which includes the local file inclusion. Let me first stop this machine and start this one. So it says like, want to hear lo-fi or LFI beats to relax to study, or we have got you covered. This is the machine IP, and it is basically port 80 hosted web application. The web page does load some elements from external sources. However, they do not interfere with completion of their own. Okay. Just wait for 24 seconds to basically boot up the machine. Just copy the IP and we will go to. So it's just a simple web page which embedded a YouTube video for lo-fi. we can see that there is a various page which website load. So if we look at the URL, we can see that there is basically a parameter page which loads chill.php. Basically developer created a file chill.php and inserted the PHP code in it, and this function is basically this parameter basically loading the chill.php page. So what we can do, like we can try to load the different files from the current directory. Like there is no definition that when we click on the following buttons, it should load only specific files, not other files. There might be conditions, but we can assume that there is no condition and we want to load another file which is on the system. So like we can assume that there might be a test.php. So there is test.php does not exist, so there is no test.php. We can do like config.php. There is no config.php in the current directory. Then we can basically think of a simple file, and there must like simple file name which can be on the server, like index.php. Okay, so it is loading. Just let me use curve because the website hang. Okay, so it is working and loading the index.php, but we cannot see the PHP code because web browser do not work like that. So we can assume that there is index.php, and we can like do nmap scan and other reconnaissance method to gather like which operating system the following server is running. I am assuming that the following system, the target system is running Linux. So what I can do, there in Linux there are some basic files which present on the system, like etc password, etc host, which present on system by default, and it is necessary. So what I can do, I can like type etc password to make this parameter, basically say this parameter to load the etc password file, and then press enter. Okay, so it detected our basically the file, and it says that hacker detected, basically saying that it cannot load the etc password file. What I can do, basically try some like bypassing methods or like few methods to include our file. So what we can do, we can also like, okay, I will show you here in Linux. If I do ls, it basically show the file and directories from the current directory, and if I do ls ... /, then it will go one directory back and show the content of the following directory. So what we can do here, we can basically use this technique to jump back to the previous directory, and then try jump back to previous directory. If we are in the basically the root directory, is basically is your this one. So this is your basically the root directory for the file system, not for the root user. So we can do like go back one directory and type etc password. Just copy your payload for better. So it says etc password do not exist. So there might be chance that we might be at the wrong place where etc directory do not exist. So what I can do, I can just put another dot dot and forward slash to go to directory behind. So this one will let us one directory, and this one will let us one directory. So it will basically the two directory. So we can basically going backward two directory, and we will look for etc directory. If there is etc directory, then we can find the password file. So just press enter. So there is no etc password file. What I can do, I can just put extra dots and press enter. Okay, so we have successfully got the root directory after 3 dots, and we landed on the etc directory and the password file. So it is working like the web application basically vulnerable to LFI, local file inclusion, which include any file from the system. Okay, let me show you here how it is basically working. So I will create a directory, make directory test, then cd to test, then I will create another directory test1, then change it to test1. And for like if I do ls, so it shows there is no content, and if I do like etc password, okay, my bad, I have printed it wrong. If I do etc password, then it shows that there is no such file or directory. So in this case, the server might doing the same and trying to etc password from where like there is no etc directory. So if I do ls, it shows nothing. If I do ls dot dot forward slash, so it will go one directory back and try to retrieve the content of the backward directory. If I do ls dot dot forward slash, then another dot dot forward slash, then it will go two directory back and print the content of the directory. So same way we are doing the same thing here. We are basically using the dot dot forward slash to go basically go one directory back and second directory back using multiple dot dot forward slash. I forget the exact name. I guess it was I'm not able to recall what we basically call it. So that's how basically the our file is being called from the server. So the task for this room was to climb the file system to find the flag. Okay, so we have got the password file. So we can assume that after 3 dots there is root directory and then etc directory. So we can look for here flag.txt. Okay, so there is no any file flag.txt in etc directory. What I can do, I can try checking the flag.txt in the root directory of the file system, not of the root user. Okay, so we have successfully got the file.txt in the root directory. Okay, that's it for the third room. So basically we have covered 3 rooms in this live session. The one is light, which introduced SQL, how SQL works and how we can abuse the SQL to inject our basically query to retrieve the things that we want. And then in second room, the stickers of we explore how we can abuse the XSS to retrieve the file, basically retrieve the file locally We can also say that it also comes under SSRF, because we are basically facing not SSRF, but it similar kind of, we can say that it might it some kind of SSRF, like we are fetching the file and the resources from the server and then sending it to our attacker IP. And then the last room we did is LFI, basically showing local file inclusion. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching this live session. If you like this session, please like and subscribe. You can also visit our website Redfox Security to check Redfox Security. Just let me open for you. You can also visit our website, and basically you can see that we offer various kind of services like application security, infrastructure security, cloud security, DevSecOps, and the other services. With services, we also provide the educations like how really pen testing works, how we do in real life. And there are plenty of courses like you can do, like web hacking advanced, web red teaming, Android pen testing, iOS pen testing. We also have a course on IoT and Windows red teaming at 99 rupees. You can check it out, which basically include basics of like IoT and then the red teaming. I guess there is 2-3 red teaming attacks we perform in real engagements. You can check this website academy.redfoxsec.com. Thank you for watching this stream.